Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, pleasure to have you.
Busy service?
Very busy. We had a table waiting for longer than I would have worked, but I waited on them. It was all fine.
Did you? Did you get stuck in still?
Yeah, well, if I see a table of people who want some food, definitely.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we're going to get straight in with the kind of serious questions. I want to talk about hospitality in general. What does it mean to you? What does this industry mean to you, Tommy?
So the very word hospitality means to me a kind of welcoming, warm hug. So sitting down around a table and eating food with people you love or get on with or working with is one of the greatest pleasures in life. That's why I cook, because I love to feed people.
Yeah.
And you know, it's got to be in the top 3 things to do with your life, like eating with people you enjoy spending time with.
What are the other 2, just out of interest?
Well, something that we can talk about, and then, well, dancing maybe.
Dancing, of course.
Yeah, dancing.
I know you love a dance.
Yeah.
What do you think it's done for you, this world of hospitality? Where do you think you'd have been without it?
So I left school, didn't really know what I wanted to do. I think it's really hard knowing what you want to do. I think it's harder now than even when I left school. At least when I left school, there were the strict parameters of being a lawyer or a banker or an accountant. Nowadays you can be anything. So I think for young people it's incredibly hard to know what to do. What it did for me was it gave me a focus. I loved food anyway, but it allowed me, I started my own business with very little training or background knowledge. I just got stuck in. I'd done lots of different things beforehand, but I could basically set up my own business, be master of my own destiny. I could decide what was the spirit of the company I was setting up. I wanted it to be sustainable. I wanted to put high amounts of vegetables on our menu. I wanted it to be from good farmers and producers. So I could put a lot of what I felt was important about life and my beliefs through the business that I set up with very little preamble. So I was given responsibility, a creative outlet. I had to learn on the hoof. I had to learn about teamwork, about managing people, and it's been the most incredible journey. What it's given me is an incredible platform, because having done that, I feel, rightly or wrongly, that I've got some respect from people.
Yeah.
You know, people go, oh wow, Wahaca. Like, wow, I love Wahaca. You set that up. That's amazing. And I garner a respect from people I've never met before because that's something I've achieved or produced. And that's incredible for someone, you know, who left school not knowing what they wanted to do, didn't get the right A levels, didn't get to the university of their choice.
At the moment, there are a few issues, staffing issues. We know that it's hard to get staff at the moment because of various different reasons, Brexit, COVID, many other things. How's it affected you guys as a business? Are you struggling? Are you?
So we felt quite positive and happy when we came out of COVID because we've got a history of looking after our staff. You know, we don't always get it right, but we really focus a lot of our time and attention on looking after our staff. You know, we reward our staff. We feel like we do some fun things with them. We have wild parties, Mexican trips, training, and people who come to work here, it feels have a pride in what we do. They have other than their salary, they have a belief system of why I come to work. There's something emotively that gets me to come to Wahaca. That carried us a long way, but sadly there is a massive shortage of staff in this industry.
Are you worried? How worried are you about the future of restaurants? Not necessarily Wahaca, but the future of restaurants.
I think the future of restaurants is in a crisis right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a cost of living crisis, we've got a cost of energy crisis. I'm thinking those are going to just smooth out over the next few years with any luck. But the staffing crisis, unless culturally something shifts in this country, we won't be able to get out to dinner. We won't be able to expect amazing service. Monday nights, Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, forget it. Restaurants will be shut, and restaurants will shut because there just aren't enough people to support the industry.
So do you think Hospitality Rising, we're doing our best to try and help people, to get them to come in, to get them to have a career in hospitality? What would you say to someone that doesn't think what we're doing is the answer?
I am 100% behind what Hospitality Rising is doing. I think it's absolutely fantastic, which is why I immediately said yes to doing this, because until we tell people and let people really understand that working hospitality it's infectiously creative, it's engaging, it feels amazing. You're getting kids off the street from bad backgrounds, engaged people with brilliant educations. You're getting people from all walks of life, from all ethnicities, and you're throwing them together and you're creating something very magic that makes people feel amazing. You're making money, you're creating business, you're creating wealth and jobs. There is something very incredible and emotive and wonderful about the hospitality industry. And until we start realizing that and putting more people into it, you know, we are in this kind of catch-22 where it will start shrinking, and that would be a great shame. So I think what Hospitality Rising is doing is fantastic. I'm all for it.
Right, Tommy, quick fire round. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Question 1. Why should young people consider a career in hospitality?
Young people should work in hospitality because it is the fastest way to skill themselves up with people skills, management skills, accountancy skills, finance skills, running their own business skills, and it's the fastest way to run your own business.
Next up, how is the recruitment crisis affecting your business?
Quite simply, we can't take as many bookings. We have people wanting to have booking at our tables and they can't come because we don't have enough staff. We've got a lot of staff, but we don't have enough. So we could feed more people, we could probably open more restaurants, we could just do better in the economy, and we could create more jobs if we had the staff to do it.
Why do you think it's important for the industry that it comes together to create change together?
This industry is made up of a lot of very bright, very creative, energetic, brilliant people. And if all of they could come together and harness their collective talent pools and intelligence and get up and go, I feel we can make real change here. I support Hospitality Rising because I believe the only way we're going to change perceptions about what it is to work in this industry, this great hospitality industry, is by pulling together. Every hospitality business in Britain should support Hospitality Rising because we have an immense pool of talent, creativity, intelligence and wit. And the only way we're going to change this perception of the industry and change the staffing gap is by working together.